intelligibility. In other words, the chain that will provide for the intelligibility goes nowhere. Okay? So in other words, whatever fact is invoked will either be absolute and unconditionally non-dependent in itself, or it will be derived from the absolute. And notice I use the singular, not plural. Right? And so in order for somebody to make intelligible statements about themselves or the world around them, they're either going to be invoke what's absolute or that which depends upon the absolute. Right? Now, I called into an atheist radio show, and there were three arrogant atheists sitting there like the three wise stooges answering questions. And I called in, I said, I've called in twice before, and you, sir, stated that you do not accept that anything is absolute. I said, do you realize what the consequences of that is? That is, if you don't accept that anything is absolute, you will have no intelligibility for any fact. And here's what the genius said back to me. He said, that's an assertion without basis. Now, they cut my mic off, so I couldn't respond. But if they hadn't, I would have said, thank you for agreeing with me. An assertion without basis. If you reject that anything's absolute, you have no basis for assertions. Therefore, stating the apple is on the counter doesn't mean anything. Now, the unbeliever, when they hear this, are going to go, oh, no. The counter means something. So we got matter, we've got energy, we've got causality, laws of nature. All they're just simply doing is they're introducing proximate explanations. Now, they're either going to have to identify that the proximate explanations are absolute in and of themselves, or then tell us what they are derived from. And if they tell you that matter, energy, causality, laws of nature are absolute themselves, say, how did you determine that? You see, they have nowhere to go. They're in a position like somebody who claims to be a brain surgeon, right? And they can't answer any questions. They can't even fake it, right? At a certain point, somebody who studied neurology could fake it, but you can't keep on faking it forever. Right? And so when they claim, no, I don't need your God, they really are convinced that they don't need the God of Scripture, because they haven't, not only have they not thought the issue through from a perspective, they haven't been confronted by transcendental reasoning. Because once you're confronted with transcendental reasoning, they become very quickly frustrated and upset, and they will quickly move from plan A, which is to debate intellectually, to plan B, to try to obstruct the conversation in some way. Right? And this is a powerful application of some very simple biblical truths that was hiding in plain sight. When the scripture says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, people go, oh, yeah, God created everything. What that's saying is God is the personal, rational, absolute that everything has its origin point in. And when they say, well, I don't accept that, good. Then you believe the origin point is something else. What is it? Well, I don't know. Well, if you don't know, how did you rule out God?